think one of the most important things for Grace is her sassiness and her personality.
Yeah.
I think that brings out the joy and the fun that she brings to the people that she meets.
So much like resilience as well, I think, is a good way of describing her. Like nothing she doesn't let anything stand in her way.
I would describe Grace as a very cheeky little girl that's very, very clever, very with it, and she enjoys life. She absolutely brims with life. She lives it to the max, and she is very, very cheeky.
She's such a people person, so she can be zipping around Tesco's in town, and she will just go up to people and just talk to them, ask them about their day.
She's always on the go, isn't she? She's always doing something. She doesn't really like to just chill. I quite often go, should we watch a film? No, okay. So she's always got to be playing or just zipping around, which is lovely because that's her.
What do you call a dinosaur in Holland? Dinosaur.
What's nice about making other people laugh?
Because I find it funny.
What do you love most about Mummy and Daddy?
They play tag with me. I like it. I run and I get hot.
We used to check on her a lot, didn't we? Even though we had camera, you constantly going in and checking if she's got a temperature or is she fallen, like rolled over to her side. And yeah, exhausting actually. Probably I spent a lot of time being quite exhausted.
Mentally and physically, I think it would be.
Yeah.
And
But trying to at the same time keep as normal alive as possible with nursery, and so we both work. So it took its toll, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that did take its toll. But it's helped so much. It's been such a positive change. It's just taken the pressure off of overnight, which, as you say, it gives us time to like sort of rest and recover and get ready for the next day.
Just gives us a peace of mind that when we look after her from the moment she wakes up all the way through to she goes to sleep, and that overnight bit where she can be at her most vulnerable, we know that she is well looked after, and the relationship that we've got with Newcross and then with the carers, I think, it's been really lovely.
My role with Grace is that I'm her carer overnight so that her parents can get some sleep and some respite away from Grace, because they've got to spend all day doing her medication and her feeds. So she's peg fed. So I need to make sure that her medication's done on time and that her feed is done on time, and that she's well. So I do all her observations and make sure that she's not overheating because she can't control body temperature too well. So I'm just there to make sure that she's well overnight and to make sure that med's done and feed's done overnight.
I know that they do my feeds and meds. I know they check my temperature. And they do probably.
I think overnight care is really important for the parents because they really need to get a good night's sleep so that they can care for Grace really well during the day.
Someone is there with her, looking after her, and it's someone who we trust, someone who Grace trusts. And we know that they will look after her too, as if she was their own child.
Yeah.
Well, I think trust is a great thing with families. They need to, you need to be introduced to them, and they need to be able to trust you with their child. That must weigh on their mind when they first meet people, which is where our nurses come in to do our proper training.
We just know that over that 24-hour period, she's cared for exceptionally, obviously by us, but also by Newcross, knowing if anything was to happen throughout that night, we know that she'll be looked after, and we know that the interventions that Grace has or will need can be delivered by her carers.
It's just been a complete life changer, hasn't it? And a bit of a lifesaver, actually, because I think we would have broken by now. They play such an important part in Grace's care, but also in our care as well, in a way, because without having Newcross and without having them coming in at night, I don't think it would have been sustainable for potentially either of us to be able to work and to be able to have a family life as well alongside Grace's care.
The support and the care that they give is exceptional. And for other families that could be going through a similar experience to us, knowing that that's out there, it can change your life, but it can change your life in such a positive way.
Without that, we wouldn't be where we are now.
No. To get her ready for school.
Oh, that's a blooper.